Hey y'all, it is day number 8. We are doing 12 days of live instead of 7, and it has been a very rainy day here in Georgia today, so you'll have to excuse the hair's wild, no makeup. It's been that kind of day. It's been a great day, got a lot accomplished, and that's always a good thing, right? We are staining tonight. I'm going to give everybody time to get on, but we are definitely staining tonight, and we're going to use stain as glaze because I think a lot of people don't realize that you can do that. Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. If y'all are watching that ball game like I was, it'll give us all time for our blood pressure to come down a little. It was kind of a nerve-wracking game. Yep, it was definitely nerve-wracking. I did put up my scrub recipe from last night, so if you guys wanted the scrub recipe, it's amazing, and you can make it whatever you want. I like to use lavender a lot because it's very soothing, but also you can use whatever you want. I love pumpkin pie. I have one that I do that's pumpkin pie, and it's awesome. And I guess you guys hear the snorer in the background. There you go. She had to get out here and get started. And guess what? Gatorhide came in today instead of Monday. I've never gotten a paint delivery on a Saturday, so I'm beyond excited. So all of these orders that have been waiting on Gatorhide, you're shipping out first thing Monday morning. I'd ship tomorrow if the post office were open. Hey, how are you guys? All right, so tonight we are going to talk about glaze. Well, actually, we're going to talk about stain. Dixie Belle has Voodoo Gel Stain. That is fabulous. I don't know if you guys have ever tried the Voodoo Gel Stain. It's a water-based gel stain, and on bare wood, sanded wood, it is amazing. So we are going to, hey Jana, hey Amanda, we are going to show you what it's like to use it on bare wood tonight. But also, I want to show you, this is actually painted in drop cloth, I think, or fluff. Drop cloth. This is painted in drop cloth. And I want you to see what it looks like, not on bare wood, but over paint, because it makes an amazing glaze. So I want you guys to see that. We're not going to use all the colors. I think Dixie Belle has 5 colors, 6 colors now. Up in Smoke, we have Tobacco Road, we have Black Magic. I don't remember what the green is. Bayou Moss, maybe. And then we have a blue one that is, it escapes me right now. Maybe somebody can put it up there. I can't remember. My mind is gone. But I do want you guys to see, and I do sometimes use these for staining, which is my smaller top coat sponge, which I don't know. It smells a little like bleach. I don't know if maybe I picked up bleach water or something. I have no idea. I really have no idea. And, my husband may have put bleach in one of my spray bottles, one of my mister bottles. I don't know where I'm getting the bleach smell. Anyway, so we're going to go on with that. Temptress. Thank you, Gary. Temptress is the aqua one that we have. So, all right. What it is when I do it, I'm going to hold it up like this so you guys don't get a glare. This is just a piece of tongue and groove that I picked up off the floor of something. And I am going to show you what it looks like. It has this cool little nozzle so you can put it on here. And normally what I do is I just kind of squirt it on. This one has been opened for class before, so it's kind of a little messy. I do like for my brush to be a little damp. It's very easy to use. You guys can see what it's like. I'm going to put a little bit more on here because I think my nozzle is almost stopped up. I'm not really sure what's going on, but of course, I didn't really get all my ducks in a row because my ball game just went off a few minutes ago. All right. So basically what you do, what I like to do is I like to just kind of brush it on. I put it on fairly thick, and I brush it on and spread it out. Now, if you want more stain, I let it sit on there a while, but the sooner you wipe it back, the less it stays into the wood. And so I like to put mine on, and you can see I make it really dark, and then I wipe it back. And I will tell you, today was such a busy, kind of crazy day that I did not get my winner picked from last night, but we will be giving away paint for yesterday and today. So you guys be sure and share. All right, so you guys see just how quick we made that happen, okay? It didn't take but just a minute, and we stained right over it. This stain is somewhat opaque, though, so it does not overstain paint like our No Paint Gel Stain does. Both of them are great for showing the wood grain or whatever, but this one is not thick enough that it will overstain. Now, just because you have one color on there does not mean you can't put a second color on there, because what I like to do a lot of times is layer them. It gives you so much better a look if you'll layer it. So we're going to put a little bit of the Black Magic on here. And like I say, I like to just put it on and just kind of brush it in. And you can see that what it does is we just layered a little bit of the black. See how it's darker in some of the wood grain? Yes, you can top coat over stain. I top coat just about everything. It was a good game. Both teams played unbelievably well. It's just amazing. I do appreciate the fact that Jalen Hurts is so open about his faith. I love that. So you can see it does layer it over it. Now we're going to kind of I want you guys to see on the flip side of this one what it looks like with just the black, because they're beautiful, I mean really pretty stains, and they just give you, I think this needs to be shaken up some more. I do shake stains. I don't shake paint, but I do shake stains. Jackie, I would love to come do your kitchen. I just wish you were a little closer, because then I would have babies to help me, right? I know your babies would love it if I came up there and helped and did your kitchen. All right. So now this is what the black looks like before I wipe it back. But I want you to see how pretty it is when you wipe it back. I love it wiped back fairly quickly because I love part of the natural grain of the wood to show through with the black undertone. Now, you guys can leave it on there longer. You can layer it. You can let this layer dry and then layer it on again. I've done that several times. And I'm going to show you what it looks like if I put the brown over the black, because even though I'm using the same two colors, it looks completely different because we put the black as the base coat on this second one. You'll see in just a quick minute. And I did not put this on a piece of furniture because I have so many pieces of furniture started that I didn't want to start another one without finishing something. All right, so there you go. See how different that looks? It just makes an amazing difference. Now we've got the black showing through, and we've got a little bit of the brown showing. So there you go. Oh, I would love them being red, Jackie. All right, so now you see what it looks like if you just put it on bare wood. But now we're going to flip these over. These are painted drop cloth, which is my single best-selling color at my store. And I think across the company, it's one of the best sellers. Okay? So here's our first board that we started with, where we put the brown on first, Tobacco Road, and then we put the Black Magic on second. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my brush. You can see I've got the Tobacco Road, which is the brown. Hey, Molly. And I'm going to just put it right over this because I want to use it as a glaze. Now, I did not clear coat it. A lot of times before I glaze, I do clear coat. And we're going to see if this paper towel is too messy to do it with. It is not. I only brought one paper towel out here, so I wasn't sure how it was going to work. All right. So now, instead of having just, I have actually overstained my paint to give it a glazed look. And if that's not enough, you can go back in, but you can also do like we just did. We're going to go back in and we're going to add a little bit of the black because I love both of the colors and I want both of them on there. We're going to kind of move it around a little. You can see there's nothing about precision about it. We're just going to move it around a little. And there we go. Look at that. How quick we just glazed that drop cloth with two colors. Hey, Cynthia, we just glazed this just that quickly. It's super easy to do, and if you want less on there, if you will wipe back with a baby wipe, it'll wipe it back so that you have just the right amount that you're looking for. And again, just because you do it like this doesn't mean that you can't layer something else on there. I think a lot of people think it's either or, and for me, if you've watched any of my videos, you can see that it's never either or. It's like and. Because I would put gilding wax over this. I would put a top coat on this. I mean, there's lots of things I would do. And most of the time, before I even put anything over my paint, I do clear coat. But I wanted you guys to see just how quickly you can put this on here, and it's super easy. Now, this one, I'm going to show you what it looks like with the black over it, because the Black Magic kind of gives this a little bit of a gray undertone, but it's definitely more of a slate gray. It's not a pale gray like the Up in Smoke is. But I love the way it does on this. All right. Now we got to find a clean spot on this to wipe it back a little. And if you guys have never tried this as a glaze, you're really missing out. All right. There we go. Now, you know, sometimes you just want it to look like old clapboard. There you go. How quick and easy was that? Let this dry, top coat it, and there you are. It's very easy. So you can have this, or you can have this, or you can have this. See how great that is? There's so many choices that you have, and this is just regular old tongue and groove that you can buy by the board or whatever. You can put it up on the wall. You can do furniture with it, but it's amazing what it can do. So, it does great over a multitude of different colors. It does come in 5 colors. It comes in Up in Smoke, Tobacco Road, Black Magic, Bayou Moss, and I lost it again. Not Gypsy. Come on, tell me what it is again. Temptress, that's what it is. Okay, so it's really that easy, and like I say, you can wipe it back with a baby wipe, and that makes it wipe back a little more. It doesn't stay as saturated, but I like for mine to have a little kick to it. Can you see how that looks? It just kind of settles into the groove, and you can write, you can wipe in more. You can dry brush over this once it's dry. Typically, I do let the paint and the stain dry. Sorry. Do I put a top coat? I usually put a top coat on everything before I glaze because it just makes it so that everything moves around a little better. But tonight I did not. Tonight I just put it right straight on my paint. But because this is water-based, my paint is water-based, and it's 100% humidity out here on my porch, I would let this dry before I started dry brushing, because if I start dry brushing on this damp wood because the humidity is so high out here, you might get a little kind of more of a blend than a dry brush. Also, early next week, I am going to be releasing the information about the boot camp. It looks like it's going to be March the 11th, 12th, and 13th. And the goodie bags are going to have about $150 worth of product in it, so that we have lots of product to work with, and we are going to try hard to get everything done in 3 days. So if you haven't reached out to me, you want to reach out to me. Also, somebody had a question about synthetic brushes. What do I clean them with? Just so you know, if you have Dixie Belle synthetic brushes, it's not mandatory that you wash them every single time you use them. You can take a little chip clip and suspend them over a mason jar, and the paint pretty much falls out of them. Don't get the metal in there, just the bristles, and the paint pretty much falls out of them. But now I will tell you, when I do clean mine, I use scrubby soap, and I have some here. Somebody asked about that last night afterwards. So, when I do wash my brushes, I use scrubby soap. But I will tell you, I'm guilty about putting mine in my Klingon bucket so that they're hanging, or I put a chip clip and hang them over a mason jar so that they can just clean themselves, because I'm kind of lazy sometimes after I've been spraying all day and painting and touching up and such as that. I just really decide that I don't want to do that anymore. So I just let them clean themselves. if I forget to clean these guys, I do hang them in there too and let them sit, and usually they'll come back clean. They'll come back to life. So if you guys have questions, again, this is Voodoo Gel Stain, not No Pain Gel Stain. This is the Voodoo Gel Stain, which is water-based. You don't have to worry about wearing gloves or anything. You guys know I don't wear gloves. I do wear gloves with the No Pain Gel Stain because it really does kind of stain your hands. But if it does, Scrubby Soap will get that off too. Oh, thank you, Amanda. Sometimes I feel like a lazy fanny. I do have to do some things for the church tonight, so this is not going to be a very long video. Got to get ready. You know, we got some little sets and stuff that I sprayed today, and I got to get them over there. So if you guys have questions, please hit me up. I will be away from the computer for a little while tonight, but I will be back on tomorrow afternoon. And tomorrow night, you guys let me know what it is that you want me to cover. I've got some things that we're going to cover the next few days, but if there's something specific that we have not covered that you want me to go over, please let me know, because I've had several people message me about things that they want covered, but I'm going to go with the majority. So whatever you guys are looking for, let me know, because tomorrow night is day 9 of 12 Days of Live with Pam. Don't forget I have free shipping on orders over $50. And also if you need CBD oil, hit me up, because I've got that in the store too, but I do not have it on my site. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys tomorrow.